everyone, so today this video is about photographer's block. Basically, you know, writers can't think of things, well, they don't have inspiration to write, so basically that's called writer's block, but this is photographer's block, which is very, very similar. Basically you don't have inspiration to make photographs, and you can't sort of get past this block that's in the way of making photographs and being happy with your process and feeling inspired and rewarded by your process and your photography. Hello Bella. So basically I've thought of some tips that can help us overcome it, and I'm going to try them out myself as well. I've tried some of them already, but basically I just thought of these and thought what's helped me in the past overcome photographer's block, and also like what might help other people as well. So number one is start a sketchbook. It doesn't need to be neat, it doesn't need to be exciting, it doesn't need to be anything like it. Can just be, it needs to be true to yourself. So basically like what comes in your head, just write it down or draw it or throw ideas down. You know, you can do collage, you can do writing, you can do photographs, that'd be great. Like you can do it in anything. It's basically like, oh thank you for turning the page. Yeah. So like at school they always make you do a sketchbook, and I often feel like I always used to do it. So basically I would have all the ideas and stuff and be like doing the process, but I never record it until the end, where I'd like record it all in like a couple of days in my sketchbook to kind of pass the course, make the teachers happy, that kind of thing. But really what a sketchbook is for is basically to make you inspired, to keep you inspired, and to help you with your process. And like I've never realised that before until someone at uni pointed it out, and I was like, yeah, that's actually really, really valid point. Like it is literally for helping you. Like that's the main reason, is to help you with your process, help you to make final prints, help you to have ideas and be inspired and be happy, and yeah, it's basically just to help you. So that's number one. So tip number one is start a sketchbook. So tip number two is don't think too far ahead. So basically take it one step at a time. It's like learning to walk. Like you can't just walk straight away, just like this little one. You've got to crawl first. You know, you just have to take it one step at a time. Like don't think about the final prints. Don't think about how it's going to look in the end. Just literally just think about like right now, right here, right now, starting with the beginning of the thing. So basically like don't think too far ahead. So like basically just try not to think of the finished product. Like, you know, don't try and think of the finished product as you as an artist. You don't need to think of the final product of that. You don't need to think about the final product of the photograph either. Like, just start with the beginning and be true to yourself with that. Because honestly, like, if an artwork and a sketchbook is true to what you did, what you thought at the time, how you're developing it as you go along, then honestly, like, the final product will be better, because it'll be so, like, true, and the idea behind it will be proper, and like, you know, just all be very honest, and I think that it makes the best artwork, in my opinion anyway. Number three is do something. So basically like if you haven't been creating for a while, literally just taking a photo of something is starting, and starting is the first step to achieving. So basically like I started this sketchbook, which I will put photos up of it, which I found really helped me, and it's just kind of started my inspiration off. It started me thinking, it started me kind of having some spark of something that I want to do, and maybe it will lead to a project or lead to a piece of work. I'm not sure, but you know, I'm starting something. Honestly, just create something. Like, it doesn't matter if you think it was rubbish. One, it probably isn't. It's probably actually quite good, and other people will think so too. And two, set out with the intention to never show anybody this piece of work. Never show anyone what you've started, because you don't need to. Like, you can if you want to at the end of it, but just set out with the intention of never showing anybody, and it'll be so much easier to complete, so much easier to do. Going out for a walk, taking a photo of a tree, of anything that like just captures your interest, and then just take a photo of it, and then that is starting, and that is wonderful. And who cares if it's no good? Like, it doesn't matter. If you're not proud of it, it doesn't matter. At least you've started, and it's like one step further than we were before. Nope, that's wrong. Number 4, take your mind off of your art. So basically, like, once I got really good inspiration from basically walking around a supermarket, and I just felt like I just suddenly had an amazing idea, and it literally, like, I never thought I'd have an idea when I'm in a supermarket or in the shower or washing up. Like, just try something different. I mean, if you want to try something that you know will give you inspiration, like watching a movie or going to the zoo or talking to a friend or having a coffee, or just literally taking like a 5-minute break away from your work, away from your art, to just kind of distract yourself, watch telly. There's loads of things you can do, like make a card, like anything. Another thing that I find really helps to like take your mind off your art is to like look up inspiring quotes, inspiring images. Like it is art, but it's not your art, you know what I mean? Like it's just looking at something else that inspires you, that you already know probably inspires you. So like I look up quotes, like I type in like sassy quotes, and it comes up with the really good stuff, like about diamonds and tiaras and stuff like that, but it's all really like deep and meaningful. I just find that really helps me just kind of gain some inspiration. Yeah, so basically. Tip number 5 is to look at other artists and photographers' work. So basically, I want to go to the library because I feel like, I never go to the library, but I feel like if I pick up an actual book and it's a physical object, so it'll be so much more like, I'll engage with it more and I can feel it, I can touch it, I can really like get into it and be involved in this book. You know, it could be a photo book, it could be a story, it could be a novel, it could be a kid's book, it could be anything. Just like looking in a book and like involving yourself in that can like really, I don't know, like inspire you and give you ideas and kind of links between stuff you never even realised had links. So like if you look at a photo book of an artist or a photographer, then you just like, you see links that they put together and the little annotations and the little story behind it, and it'll literally give you ideas for your own story and your own work. Number 6, photograph with intent. It's my own little thing that I made up. It probably exists already, but basically any photograph is a photograph, obviously. But like, it's kind of hard to explain, but like if I took a photo of my daughter now with my phone, it would be a photograph and it would be excellent. But the thing is, like, what I find I need to do to be able to be proud of my work and to feel like it is a project and an artwork is basically to photograph with intent. So instead of just taking a photo of my daughter, I would kind of think like, I'm taking a photo of my daughter to try and explain the life of a young mum. That kind of thing. So that's like a start. And what I've written down here is basically, for example, you could take a selfie every day for a while. It doesn't matter how long. You take a selfie every day, and do you just take the selfie, or do you think about it first while you're taking the selfie? Normally you have the idea before you think of what photos you're going to take. But for this example, we're taking a selfie. So I am taking a selfie. I am taking a selfie to challenge beauty standards. That's a brilliant idea. Like, that is a concept behind it. That is something to go on. That is something, a reason to be taking it. Which I just think is what, if you have no inspiration, that's what you're lacking, really. Like, I am lacking a reason behind taking photos. I could take a photo of a chair, but I would not know the reason why I'm taking the photo of the chair, which actually bothers me as an artist. Another one is I am taking a selfie to look at the mass production of photographs around the world. I'm taking a selfie to improve my self-esteem. All of these are valid reasons, and it's just the reason. It doesn't matter what the reason is, as long as you're exploring, as long as you're challenging or thinking and stuff that you can read up on, you know what I mean? Like, if there's an idea or a theme, like, you can read up on it and learn more about the subject, which is, to me, which is what photography is. 6 tips about photography. I'm going to try them all, like, slowly across this week. And I will do a video of what I've discovered, what I have learned, and the stuff that I've created through that. So basically, just get started, just do something, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get started and try to find inspiration in little things. It doesn't have to be anything big or anything spectacular, but yeah, just basically just get started and try, and yeah. So I'm feeling a little bit more positive now I made this video. I feel like I have something to go on and something I feel like I have a future with photography again. Yeah, so thank you for watching. You've been brilliant, and yeah, so basically I'll see you in my next video. Give it a go. Bye.